Pathogenesis, transmission of illnesses. The up and down transmission. External evils are of different natures. They often attack the body at different sites, some in the upper body and some in the lower body, and enter different routes. Because the human body is an organic whole, though the sites of attack may be different, the pathogenic evils can, by means of the meridians, transmit up or down. The plain questions state, Yang illnesses tend to move upwards until reaching the top, then turn around and move downward. Yin illnesses tend to move downward until reaching the bottom, then turn around and move upward. Hence, in illnesses of wind, the upper body is affected first, and in illnesses of dampness, the lower body is affected first. Transmission by the Sanjiao is one of up-down transmission by means of the upper, the middle, and the lower jiao. For example, exogenous heat illnesses, especially those of heat dampness, generally transmit sequentially from the upper jiao to the middle jiao to the lower jiao. So the transmission among Zang Fu viscera. The body is an organic whole, and the Zang Fu viscera are its most important organ systems. The principal modes of transmission here are those of Zang to Zang, between a Zang organ and its dyadic Fu organ by exterior-interior transmission, and from Fu to Fu. So let's talk about Zang to Zang transmission. This kind of transmission is from one Zang organ to another. The sequence of such transmissions is determined by the theory of the 5 elements. Transmission by over-restraining or counter-restraining. Transmission of illnesses from the heart to the lung, from the lung to the liver to the spleen, from the spleen to the kidney, and from the kidney to the heart. These are all of this kind. In each case, the transmission reflects the worsening of patient's condition. The most common of these situations is rage damaging the liver and inducing diarrhea, known as liver wood over restraining spleen earth. Now, transmission between mother and son. This is transmission through relationship of generation between two elements. If the mother organ is ill, the illness of the mother organ will be passed to the son organ. For example, consider the liver and the kidney. Deficient kidney yin cannot moisten liver wood. Therefore, deficiency of kidney yin leads to liver yin deficiency. This is also the situation in which the son steals the mother's qi. Thus, deficiency of liver yin can induce insufficiency of kidney yin. In general, transmission from the son to the mother represents a more severe illness than transmission from the mother to the son. Now let's talk about Zang to Fu transmission. This situation usually takes place between a Zang organ and its dyadic Fu organ. For example, the heart and the small intestine form a Zang Fu dyad. Heart fire can pass to the small intestine along the meridian. The spleen and the stomach form a dyad. Spleen deficiency can induce stomach dysfunction. The lung and the large intestine form a dyad. Impairment of the lungs, dispersion, and depuration functions can disturb the functions of the large intestine. The kidney and the urinary bladder form a dyad. Impairment of the qi forming function of the kidney can cause difficulty with urination by the bladder. And last, Fu-to-Fu transmission. Though each of the 6 Fu organs has its own unique functions, they all participate in the metabolism of food and water intake, decomposition, assimilation, transformation, distribution, and discharge. And from beginning to end, they maintain a dynamic fluctuation between fullness and emptiness. Thus, a disturbance in any one of them can affect the others. For example, blockage of the qi of the large intestine by impairment of its conveyance function can cause abnormal upward flow of stomach qi. This is manifested as hiccup, nausea, and vomiting. If dampness and heat accumulate in the stomach, the gallbladder is steamed and bile can flow outward abnormally, producing bitterness in the mouth and jaundice. Thank you for your attention.